Thinking about moving to Georgia or relocating to Georgia? In this video, I'm sharing how life can look different depending on where you live. Georgia is known for the warm weather, more spaces, and a slower pace. And while those things can be true, day-to-day life here is really shaped by the distance, rhythm, and how you use your time. Another piece that shapes daily life and surprises a lot of people is how home prices changes depend on where you choose to live. Georgia does not have one single housing market. Prices shift noticeable as you move across the state. Living closer to the major city, like Atlanta, often means higher home prices, especially in well-established or highly walkable area. You might get less space, but you're paying for the proximity, access, and time. In suburban area outside the city, home prices often balance out differently. You might get more space, newer constructions, or a larger lot, but that usually comes with a longer drive. For many people, that trade-off feels worth it once they understand how their daily routine works. As you move farther out towards smaller cities, rural area, or the mountains, prices can shift again. Homes might often they have more land, quieter surrounding, or a different lifestyle altogether. But daily life changes there are too. Shopping, commuting, and access to service require more planning. Along the coast, in the places like Savannah, prices is shaped by the history, tourism, and locations. Some homes reflect historic charm and walkability, while others are influenced by proximity to the ocean and seasonal demand. And in the North Georgia mountains, near area like Blue Ridge Mountain, prices often reflect lifestyle more than convenience. View, privacy, and natural play a much bigger role than the commute times. What this means is that price is never just about the house itself. It's about where you want your life to happen. One of the biggest adjustments for many people is driving. Georgia is a driving state. In most areas, you'll drive to work, to the grocery store, to meet friends, and to run errands. In suburban area, a typical drive to work might be around 20 or 45 minutes, depending on where you live and what time you're leaving. Shopping and daily errands are usually close, often like 5 to 15 minutes, but still, you're getting in the car. Living closer to a major city feels like different than living in a suburb or a smaller city. City means like distance but more traffic. Suburban lives often means slightly longer drive but more predictability. And when you move farther out, daily life tends to slow down even more. Work days in Georgia usually follow a steady rhythm. Mornings start early for many people, afternoon are active, evenings are quieter, especially in the suburbans and smaller communities where people tend to be home focused. What people often appreciate is the life feel manageable. You can get through your daily without feeling constantly rushed, especially once you understand the traffic pattern and timing. Time off, it's where Georgia really shines. On weekends, people spread out. Some heads toward the park or trails. Others spend time on the water, especially near lakes and rivers. Day trips are very common here because Georgia offers so much variety within our drive. You can drive toward the coast and enjoy a historic charm and the ocean air. You can head north towards the mountains and experience cooler air, hiking, and the quiet towns. Or you can stay local and enjoy community parks, downtown area, and neighborhoods events. Throughout the year, there's always something happening. Springs bring outdoor festival, farmers market, and a lot of times outside. Summer are warm and active. People adjust their schedule, spending more time outdoor every early in the morning and in the evening. Fall is one of the most loved seasons. especially the North Georgia, where cooler air, changing leaves, and local events bring a lot of people. Winter usually mild, which means daily routine don't stop. They just slow down a bit. Weather can also be an adjustment. Georgia summer are warm and humid, but how that feels depends on where you live. Coastal area experience that humidity differently than inland suburbs and the North Georgia mountains, where they tend to be a little bit cooler. Some people love the long green summer. Others just need time to adapt and found that works for them. Social life in Georgia is often home-centered and community-based. People gather for dinners, school events, faith communities, local festival, and simple get-together. It's not about constant nightlife. It's about consistency and connection. The biggest thing that to understand about daily life here is this. Georgia doesn't try to entertain you every minute. It gives you space, and what you do with that space shapes your experience. People who enjoy Georgia most are the ones who appreciate balance, work, home, time outdoor, and community. All they have room here. Living in Georgia isn't about doing more. It's about living with intention. Once you understand the rhythm, everything is wonderful here. And if you're exploring to move or trying to picture what days would look like here, that clarity matters more than anything else. If you're still figuring this out, you don't have to rush the decision. Follow me on this channel and I'll give you more information.